Welcome gamers. So on today's video I'm going to be doing another One Piece Bounty Rush video. This time on my favorite attacker, the Flim-redUta. With the new One Piece film that released last year. She's a really fun unit. They did a good release and design with her. So when we look at the skills, skill 1, Don't Cry, long range attack, inflicting Sing Sing. It's an incredible skill, great cooldown, and it neutralizes the enemy. It does amazing work with that status effect, and with the meta shifting to less stat effects nullification characters, it's really great and aging well. So as we can see, only option to take them down. It's a really great skill. It does a lot of damage, knockback effect, which is also great to consider. But it has a slow activation time, and even though it has a high chance to crit as well, sometimes when it doesn't proc you don't one shot, which is quite annoying. It should have been a guaranteed crit, and the death buff should have been an attack debuff to assist her in tanking attacks and normals. So she has a typical team boost for attackers, attack boost. Not speak too much on that. So looking at the traits, she gets a shield or 10% of the max HP. I wish these skills were a little bit these shields were a little bit higher, like in HP, because they don't last long. Usually it's like 1 or 2 normals and then they get shredded. But you can nullify damage with these shields and inflict stagger on the opponent. Well, it does have an effect, but sometimes if you don't react fast enough, you can't, make full advantage of it. So when the enemies are inflicted with Sing Sing, you get your shield back. I would have preferred it to be 100%, durability, like you gain it back 100%. And it was when you use your skill 1, not when you inflict enemy with Sing Sing. So when, your teammates die in global, they die like every second, you get that 300% crit boost, which allows you to get your skill 1 cooldown. You'll see later on. And then she also has the typical attacker damage increase in the enemy treasure. But with Uta, you will notice you get to fight with her less and less in the enemy treasure, like you usually fight outside. And then when you inflict someone with Sing Sing, you can heal you can heal 10% and do damage by 30% to the enemy. And then of course the great cooldown for Uta, getting that skill 1 by 15%. Her skill comes back so fast, but I wish it was skill 2, because skill 2 it's more broken, does more damage, but the skill 1 is really good. It keeps consistency in the meta really well. And then the least worth trait is that damage reduction she has. She is not tanky even with it. Even when you're above 70%, like she can get easily one shot. And then she has the typical crit damage increase for attackers. You can see my middle set, everything's coated. So now we move on to the first gameplay. Thanks to my lance mate Rayleigh for giving me such go-to gameplay. But you will see that with Uta, it's really easy to play her. Well, you will learn from how people play. You use her full normal range to use it, so 1, 2, 3, and then you'll be moving around instead of like just flying normal with her, because she moves a lot more faster with that. And then there's also normal attacks. Her first 2 normal attacks, they can infinity stagger opponents. Our opponents will not get downed by her first 2 normals. You can consistently spam that, especially if the enemy does not nullify stagger effect. So and there's that. This game is pretty balanced. There's like big moms here and there in Kaido, no shanks of course, and it's a fair match. I think Uta should have this in the bag easily. So Rayleigh is going aggressive, going for the second flag. I don't know why the king didn't go for the mid flag. But yeah, baby afraid of EX Luffy and Uta. When fighting Big Mom, you obviously have to bait her skill first before she baits yours. So let her use invincibility skills, even you have to take some damage or not dodge them. Then you can use your skill and recover HP with it, your Sing Sing, since they're really susceptible to status effects. So this is what you need to do, and then the team wipe happens just like that. Easy. They're just shocked seeing like Uta is just too destructive. So Rayleigh is capping the treasure. This is actually Uta's best map, the Onigashima map. Yeah, Rayleigh, as you're gonna see in this game, is just carrying the whole team with the kills, caps. Uta's really versatile. Yeah, there's like a few drawbacks, with her, but as time goes on, my criticisms with her are getting less and less, because I was so mad that she doesn't nullify, like reduce status effects like Ulti did, because at that time like Shanks was everywhere and she was always getting stunned by the Shanks players, and once you get stunned, skill 1 or you get normal attack loop, or when Shanks downs you or knocks spec you down, he's like brings you back up and like instantly kills you. You can't counter attack him. But right now, since the meta is like less status effect heavy, you can survive. Then you did a mistake there, forgot that King straight you can't hit him when he's capping. You should have waited there with the same thing, but got him after he capped. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to play with the control on the PC. The movement is quite your reflexes have to be sharp. And then look, like Kaido and the Big Mom, since they don't have that immunity to state effects, that skill 1 is like an instant death to them, especially in the enemy treasure. Plus combined with that 30% damage increase when they're in Sing Sing, it's GG. Snake Man, what is he going to do? You see, the Snake Man hit with the King Cobra, but the shield came and clutched it. 7 KOs. I mean, you can see that Uta is just killing as she likes, as she pleases. It's not anything difficult for her. But that was a good gameplay for me. But yeah, this is, even when I play here in this map, this is the way I dominate as well. It's just easily done with Uta. For me, I feel like she is the best red attacker, even Akainu. Akainu is good, but there's a lot of units that are coming out now that can remove his magnetic state. So yeah, he's struggling in terms of that. Without his magnetic state, he's not as OP as he is, because he loses dodges and he can get status effects and all of that. So on to the second gameplay. Yeah, as you can see with Uta, I mean, there's no complaints. I would give her an 8 out of 10 rating. I mean, there's only a few discrepancies there, but the only drawback is that she is a limited unit. Shows she's tough to get. If you didn't get her in her 2 appearances, it's tough luck. I mean, yeah. But and on the second appearance, she did come with tickets. So if you could buy those tickets, you could get her. Or if you got lucky, you could get her. Because at the first time, she didn't have a guarantee, but the second, I'm not sure how much I don't remember how much she had for guaranteed, but yeah, that's it. And really got that kind with skill 1. That kind should have went with the skill 2 to avoid the Uta's skill 1. But that kind was always like to throw that skill 1, because yeah, when they see an enemy they can reach with the skill 1, they'll always throw it. Reserve skill got there's no shield, and then Reserve was not paying attention. Sing Sing out there again. Another Uta with the Sing Sing. Couldn't do much about that. Yeah, so doing what he can there. Yeah, this is really amazing. Waiting for Uta to respawn, not using Vivi. But this time it's not goated like the only gameplay. Using my gameplay where no one could kill him. So yes, so you can see everything is great. The team boost is about to come. I'm going to wipe out the whole team. And no even need for team boost. skill 2 in the enemy treasure, it's GG, one shot. It has too much skill attack, but this time Rene's not gonna make the mistake. Wait for him, boom, and get him with the skill 1. That's great play. That's how you should play Uta. When runners you can't inflict that sing on them, you should wait for them until they can. There's that brief moment where they can't do anything. You can get them with your skills. When it says, you know, the doom, then you can get them. I think everyone knows this in LoL because you always learn from the players you see when you play. Yeah, the incinerator is a bit of a problem, but at least Uta got knocked back off, so she could recover a bit and store for time. So Knight now is just staying back, waiting for skills. Doesn't have shield, so can't be too aggressive. Oh, the shake. Range is actually really stupid. But again, the Zeph are not paying attention. Probably the number 8 is a real number, so it's just a new player. Now he uses the skill and he's just about there. Oh, King. This King should be running and getting flags, but like Uta's not gonna get this flag. Well, okay. Yeah, the King sold this match. They could have won it for sure. And then yeah, clutching with the Sing and getting 8 KOs. Absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay.